welcome to today's broadcast of SteadyStep English.
Yes, welcome. We are so glad to have you with us.
I really am. Take a moment right now to get comfortable. Just take a deep, slow breath.
That is a great idea. We all need that.
We do, because today we are going to slow down. We are going to step away from the noise of the modern world.
The noise is definitely loud out there.
It is. The year is 2026. The workplace has changed completely. It is faster. It is more digital.
And it is truly global now.
Exactly. But even with all this new technology, the core principles of good leadership remain exactly the same.
It is so good to be here to talk about this. You are so right about the speed of work today. It can feel completely overwhelming.
It really can.
I look around the office or even just on my screen, and everyone seems so busy.
Right. Everyone is always typing.
Yes, typing constantly. They're in meetings all day long. But I often wonder, does being busy actually mean they are achieving their goals?
That is the big question.
Sometimes I feel like I am running on a treadmill. I am sweating, but I am not actually going anywhere.
I think we have all felt that way, and that is the central focus for many of us. There is a very big difference between being busy and being effective.
Yes. Being effective is the real verb.
Right. You can spend 8 hours answering emails, but did you move your team forward?
Did you actually solve a real problem?
Exactly. So today, we are taking a deep dive into a concept that helps us answer that. It is called Habit 1, Be Proactive. It was originally taught by Stephen Covey.
I have heard of this concept before, but usually people just think proactive means, well, working hard.
Right, they misunderstand it.
How does this idea help us specifically now in the year 2026?
Because human nature does not change, even if our computers do. In 2026, a proactive leader does not wait for orders.
They do not wait for someone else to tell them what to do.
Exactly. They do not wait for a crisis. They take full responsibility. They choose exactly how to use their energy.
I really like that phrase, choosing how to use our energy.
It is powerful.
So our goal today is to help you, our listener, move from a reactive state where you're just surviving to a proactive state.
That is the mission. We will look at practical ways to do this. We will specifically use a tool called the Circle of Influence.
I am excited for that. But first, let's make sure we understand the difference between the two mindsets.
Good idea.
Let's start with the definitions, so we are all on the same page. What does a truly proactive leader look like in action?
Well, a proactive leader is someone who pauses. They stop and ask, what action can I take right now?
They act before a problem becomes a crisis.
Right. They are prepared. They believe that their behavior is a result of their own decisions. It is not a result of their conditions.
And the opposite. What does a reactive leader look like? Because honestly, I think I might have been a bit reactive this week.
We all have those weeks. A reactive leader thinks, there is nothing I can do.
They feel helpless.
Yes. They wait. They wait until a problem is an absolute emergency. Then they feel incredible stress.
And they probably blame other people.
Often, yes. They blame others for the situation. They let their environment control them. If the weather is good, they feel good.
And if the weather is bad, they feel bad.
Exactly. Their mood depends entirely on the outside world.
The language we use is very important in English, especially in business. Do these two types of leaders speak differently?
They absolutely do. A proactive leader uses empowered language.
Empowered language, what does that sound like?
They say things like, I will, or I can, or let's find a solution. It is the language of choice.
And the reactive leader, what do they say? Their
language is passive. It completely removes responsibility. They say things like, I can't.
Or, it's not my fault.
Right. Or, I have to do this.
Yeah.
Or, the software is too difficult.
That is a very clear difference. I choose versus I have to.
It changes everything.
Let's look at a real situation to make this concrete for our listeners. Imagine a major client is unhappy.
Stressful situation.
Very. They are angry about a service issue. This happens to everyone. How would a reactive leader handle this?
Well, a reactive leader might hide. They feel fear.
They avoid the phone calls.
Yes. They might wait for their boss to fix it. They just hope the client will calm down on their own. They might even say, well, the client is just unreasonable.
That sounds terrible because you are just sitting there waiting for an explosion. What would a proactive leader do in that same situation?
They would contact the client early, right away.
Even if the client is angry?
Especially if they are angry. They would listen carefully, and they would offer options to fix the problem immediately.
So they do not wait?
Never. They run toward the fire, not away from it.
I like that. Run toward the fire. Here is another situation that is very common in 2026. We are all using new AI tools.
Yes, constantly.
Imagine a team is struggling with a new AI program. The software is making strange mistakes.
The reactive response is to complain. The leader might say, "This tool is too hard."
Or, why did the company force us to buy this?
Exactly. They complain, but they only speak up after the errors destroy a big project.
And the proactive response.
Yeah.
How do we handle that in English?
The proactive leader anticipates the difficulty. They know new technology is always hard.
So they plan for the struggle.
Yes. They arrange training before the work even starts. They share simple guides. They prepare the team so the big errors never happen. They own the adoption process.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It really is about ownership. Let's talk about people. Teams are very diverse now.
Very true. We work across borders every day.
Imagine there is a conflict between two team members from different cultures. Maybe a misunderstanding about deadlines or communication style.
A reactive leader ignores it. They just hope the problem goes away magically.
But it rarely goes away.
No, it gets worse. A proactive leader steps in early. They schedule a calm, private talk.
They sit down and listen.
Right. They listen to both sides. They help the team members understand each other's cultural perspectives. They absolutely do not ignore the friction.
It seems to me that being proactive requires much more energy at the beginning. But it saves so much energy in the end.
That is perfectly said.
Being reactive is easy right now, but it's very hard later.
Yes. It is all about where you put your focus. And this brings us to the core concept of today's deep dive, the circle of influence.
I have seen diagrams of this before. It is usually two circles. One circle is inside the other.
Yes.
Can you explain what they represent? Just for our listeners who might not be looking at a screen right now.
Certainly. Visualize a large circle. Just draw it in your mind. This is your circle of concern.
Okay, the big circle is the circle of concern.
Inside this big circle is everything you care about or worry about.
Things like politics.
Yes. Politics, the global economy, the weather, company strategy, even what other people think of you.
Wow. Those are very big things. These are things that keep me awake at night.
Most people lose sleep over them. But the truth is, we often cannot control them at all.
No, we really cannot. We cannot control the weather. We cannot control the global economy.
Exactly. Now, imagine a smaller circle inside that large one. This is your circle of influence.
The smaller circle.
Yes. These are the things you can directly change.
So things like my own daily work.
Yes. Your work, your attitude, your own communication.
How I prepare for a meeting.
Right. How you treat your colleagues. All of these are inside your circle of influence.
Why is it so important for us to distinguish between these two circles?
Because effective leaders focus their energy on the inner circle.
On the influence.
Yes. When you focus on your circle of influence, your anxiety actually goes down. You are taking real action.
And that builds trust with your team.
It does. People see you as someone who solves problems. But if you focus on the outer circle, the things you cannot change, you just become angry and cynical.
Let's apply this to the real world. In 2026, the world is highly connected. Imagine there is a sudden global financial crisis.
A very real fear.
This is definitely in the circle of concern. We cannot stop a global crisis.
No, we cannot. If you focus only on the crisis, you will feel completely helpless.
You will just sit and complain.
Right. But look at your circle of influence instead. You can control how you support your current customers.
That is true.
You can control your own department's costs. You can communicate clearly and honestly with your team to keep them calm.
That is very empowering. It takes the focus entirely off the fear.
It puts you back in the driver's seat.
Let's try another common situation. Remote work challenges. Time zones are a huge issue.
They are.
And sometimes the internet cuts out in different countries. This can be very frustrating for a manager.
Again, you cannot control the internet connection in another country. That is a concern.
So what is the influence here?
You can influence how you design the work. You can schedule meetings more carefully.
You can record the video calls?
Yes, record them so people can watch them later when their internet is working. You can write very clear follow-up emails.
So instead of complaining about the bad connection, you create a system that works even if the connection drops.
Precisely. You adapt. You focus on the solution, not on the problem.
What about budget cuts? This happens very often. The top management decides to cut the budget by 20%.
A difficult day for any leader.
A middle manager cannot change that top-level decision. It feels very unfair.
It does feel unfair. But the budget decision itself is in the circle of concern.
So what can the manager do?
The manager can influence the team. They can prioritize which projects are the absolute most important.
They can pause the less important tasks.
Yes, and they can explain the changes honestly and clearly to the team. They focus on what is possible with the new, smaller budget.
I see the pattern now. It is really about shifting your focus. Shifting from what is happening to me to what I can do about it.
Yes, and this shift is vital for our well-being too. It is not just about business.
That is a very good point. Burnout is a serious risk in 2026.
Right.
We are always connected to our screens.
Always.
How does a proactive leader handle health and avoid burnout?
A proactive leader actively watches the workload. They do not wait for someone to collapse from stress.
They encourage taking real breaks.
Yes, they set firm limits. For example, not having video calls late at night. They model healthy behavior themselves.
So they treat rest as a professional responsibility.
Exactly. Rest is part of the job.
Electronic communication is another massive stress factor. Email overload. My phone notifies me of new messages 24 hours a day.
It never stops.
It is so hard to stop looking at the screen.
It can be overwhelming. Our reactive person answers every single notification immediately.
They are a slave to the phone.
Yes, but a proactive person sets a strict schedule. They might check email only at 9 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 4 in the afternoon.
They choose exactly when to engage.
They act. They do not just react to the machine.
That requires a lot of discipline. What about meetings? We have so many hybrid meetings now.
Some people are in the physical room and some are on the video screen.
It can be very hard for the remote people to feel included in the conversation.
It is very hard if you are a reactive leader. You just walk into the room, start talking, and completely forget the people on the screen.
I have seen that happen so many times.
A proactive leader prevents this. They send a clear agenda in advance. During the meeting, they purposely stop talking.
And they ask the remote members direct questions.
Exactly. They make sure everyone is heard. They manage the room actively.
So if I am listening to this broadcast right now, and I feel stressed, or I feel like I am losing control of my work, what is the very first thing I should do?
There is a simple, powerful technique. We call it the power of the pause.
The power of your pause.
When you feel stress or fear or frustration building up, stop, just pause.
Take a breath.
Take a breath. And ask yourself one single question. Is this problem in my circle of influence, or is it only in my circle of concern?
That is a powerful question to ask. If it is only a concern, we must simply accept it.
Let it go.
But if it is in our influence, we take action.
Exactly. You choose your response.
We have covered a lot of important ground today. It might be good to summarize the main points before we move on.
Let's do that. I will speak slowly now so you can really absorb these ideas.
Take your time.
First, focus on the difference between being busy and being effective. Second, being proactive means taking responsibility and acting before a crisis occurs. Third, we must distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot. Fourth, by focusing on our circle of influence, we reduce stress and increase our value as leaders.
Thank you for that summary. It is very clear. Now, I think it is time for one of my absolute favorite parts of the show.
I agree. Let's move to the vocabulary word tour.
We have selected 10 key words from today's discussion. These are essential words for any leader working in English.
I will give the simple definition and one clear example sentence.
And I will introduce each word. We will leave a short silence after each one for you to think and practice. Let's begin. Word number 1, prioritize.
To choose which tasks are most important and place them first. Example, we need to prioritize customer issues before internal tasks.
Word number 2, proactive.
Taking action early instead of waiting for a crisis. Example, a proactive manager plans training before problems appear.
Word number 3, reactive.
Waiting until something goes wrong to respond. Example, a reactive team only changes when under pressure.
Word number 4, influence.
When words or actions help others change behavior. Example, her honest communication has a strong influence on team culture.
Word number 5, effective.
Focusing on results that support the main goal, not just noise. Example, he is very effective because he focuses on results.
Word number 6, anticipate.
To think about future problems and prepare before they happen. Example, good leaders anticipate risks and make a backup plan.
Word number 7, delegate.
To give tasks to others with clear responsibility. Example, she delegates routine tasks so she can focus on strategy.
Word number 8, align.
To change a plan so it matches a larger goal. Example, we must align our project with the new company strategy.
Word number 9, Resilient.
Staying strong and recovering fast after problems. Example, the team stayed resilient after the market shock.
Word number 10.
Engage. To include people actively so they participate. Example, the manager uses questions to engage everyone in a discussion.
Those are excellent words to practice this week. I hope all our listeners can try to use at least one of them in a real meeting.
That's it for today. Remember, every minute you spend listening is a step closer to fluency. If you enjoyed this lesson, please subscribe and join our learning community. Before you go, I have a challenge for you. Write one new word you learned today in the comment field below. I will see you at our next episode at SteadyStep English.